Good evening, Vikita. How are you doing today? And thank you so much for
Um,
joining me today. And I'm so happy to have you here on my platform again. Thank
okay.
you so
Uh,
much.
First of all, very good morning, and I'm doing great, and everything is going smoothly. So I'm beyond happy with that, and I'm also thrilled to connect with you, and it's also my pleasure. Likewise, I'm also beyond happy with that.
Yes. And tell me first, how is life treating you? How is your journey with this language is going so far?
Yeah, of course, it is going well. Yeah, of course, sometimes it's a roller coaster, I can say, because it's ups and downs, but I'm very happy with that.
Okay, that's really great.
What
And
about
here,
you?
yes,
Some questions for you.
from my side, everything is going great. My journey with this language is going great. I am practicing. I am holding nowadays paid session as well. So before dive into our conversation, so let's introduce first. So please introduce yourself first.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. So my name is Vikita and I hail from Gujarat. If I talk about education, I done graduation in English literature. Apart from I hold two degree, PGDCA and MCA. Now I'm a homemaker and home tutor and YouTuber, by the name of Shine with Vikita, where I upload conversation video and solo video, and I play with one song. And though I wear a lots of hat, I try to show up every day because I want to broaden my horizon, and I try to accumulate more knowledge because I love to connect every day with different stranger person, especially. So that's pretty much about me.
That's such a wonderful introduction. And as you know, Vikita, my name is Swati and I'm from a very beautiful place, Jammu and Kashmir. I'm a homemaker, mother of one child. Talking about my hobbies, I love reading, listening to music, watching movie, and playing badminton. And apart from this, I also love teaching people, those who are at their beginner level and intermediate level. And I started teaching from the last 4 months, and I am enjoying this journey. So that's a little bit about me. So first, I would like to ask you, Vikita, as we are both on the journey of this language. So I would like to ask you that do you think making mistake is important while learning English, and why?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course. Previously, if you talk about these questions, so I'm brother about making mistake. But after coming this journey, and I have devoted my 7 to 8 months, so I learned so many things from this journey. So now I'm not brother about making mistake because whenever we make mistakes, so it is a stepping stone to success. And the another thing is whenever we make mistake, so it is a sign we are learning something new. That's why we make mistake. So we don't bother about making mistake, but we should one thing clear that if you make mistake, so try to rectify those mistakes and try to remember those things you not remember miss you don't revise this mistake again and again. So we should rectify. We should try to rectify our mistake, yeah, because without making mistake, we can't learn anything new. So making mistake is a part of our journey. So it happens. It's
Yes.
inevitable, I can say.
Yes, I totally agree with you that making mistake is a part and parcel of life, and
Yeah.
you are such a positive attitude towards making mistake because without making mistakes we can't learn this language. Otherwise, we will become stagnant. Otherwise, we have some fear of making mistake, fear of judgment. Even those who are a good advanced speaker, they also did a lots of mistake while speaking this
Yeah,
language.
definitely.
That's why they are advanced speaker because they don't let mistakes to hold them back. So making mistakes is inevitable in any skill, whether you are learning driving, whether you are learning swimming, or any other language. So mistakes help you to rectify, help you to where you need to improve. So yes,
Yeah,
that's such a
definitely.
positive attitude you have towards making mistake. I love your
Yeah,
answer and I love your positive attitude towards mistake. Yes. So,
yeah.
Vikita, what is important in English learning journey? Grammar, vocabulary, or speaking practice, according to you?
First is speaking practice because we are learning this language for the speaking. So speaking is also important, but if you have first you have if you have the knowledge of vocabulary, because something you want to say in English, but if you don't know how to speak in English, मीन्स फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको कहना है कि कपड़ा पहन लो, अगर आपको बच्चे को, आपको मालूम तो होना चाहिए ना कि कपड़ा पहनने को इंग्लिश क्या बोलते हैं. सो vocabulary is also important, a little bit basic, and the grammar, I want to say the basic grammar rules we should learn, like tense, three tense, past, present, and future. So I want to say the past, present, and future three tense, little bit vocabulary, and then we can speaking practice.
Yes.
So these things are important.
Yes, I totally agree with you that if you want to speak this language, you need to speak. And apart from this, you should have basic vocab so that you can convey your idea in this language. Without vocab, you
Yeah,
can't, sometimes maybe you become blank while speaking English because if you don't know, as you said, that if you don't know how to say wear your clothes, if you don't know wear, the meaning
yeah,
of wear in English. So yes, definitely you will gonna be, making kind of making mistakes, maybe how to say these things. So yes, first we
yeah,
need to speak more and more, work on vocabulary with time, as
vocabulary,
well as
right?
grammar, like basic like tenses, subject
Tense,
verb agreement. So in this way, we can
yeah,
have a good
preposition,
command on this
articles,
language over a
yeah,
period of time. Yes. So
yeah,
with
definitely.
Vikita, how can a person become more confident while speaking English, according to you? What's your perspective on this?
Yeah, I want to share I want to share my experience whenever I started my journey since means that time I used to very shy and introvert person, but now I'm a confident person. Because why? I take first action. I don't wait for the perfection and confidence. So if you please don't wait for the confidence. Whenever you take action, so from your action you build confidence. So, for example, today you speak two lines. So, whenever you speak two lines, after the next day you feel confident. Yesterday I spoke two lines, so tomorrow I will speak three lines. So, please first take action. Don't wait for the confidence. So, mostly people think I will start whenever I feel confident, whenever I am become perfection, will perfection, then I will start. But that day will never come. So first we take action, and then we may take action. So automatically you build confidence and perfection. So I want to say that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100% true. Like if you take action, confidence automatically follow you. Otherwise, if you
Yeah.
wait only for perfection, you can't become confident. So
Yeah.
taking action help you to become confident. Practice makes you become confident. Consistency, practice, and taking action. So many people, what they think that first they need to be very perfect, then they will start. But confidence doesn't come before action. After taking
Yeah.
action,
Definitely.
confidence automatically follow you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
according to you, Vikita, why do some people understand English but hesitate to speak? According to you.
Yeah, definitely, because they have the brother about making mistake, and they have brother about like some people judge me, some people laugh at me. What if I speak wrong? What if I make mistake? So there are so many questions happens in our mind, and it is my life experience. I can say whenever I start this journey, so I always thought about all these questions. But after coming this journey, I listen so many conversations. So everyone says that don't brother about making mistake. Don't wait for the perfection. Please start your journey. So please, we have to start our journey. So after the whenever we start our journey, so step by step we reduce our fear and agitation. Yeah, of course,
Yes.
I vividly remember my first conversation. It was pathetic situation that time. I was not able to speak single utter word. I fumble a lot. I feel so much. I was so agitated, but I maintain my consistency. Every day I try to show up. Every day I take session. So that helps me to reduce my fear and hesitation. So if you become the fluent and if you become the confident, so we have to step out from our comfort zone. And though we make so many mistakes, however, but we try to show up every day. So that is one formula I can say has remove hesitation.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you that without practice, without speak out loud, without having conversation with real people, you can't remove your hesitation. You have to take action. So in this way, you can remove your hesitation because people what they think they always think in their mind and don't take action.
Yeah,
That's why they always feel hesitate to speak, and most of the time they what they do they always consume content, but when times to
yeah,
produce it, when times to create it, they don't take action. So I think those
yeah.
people who
It is
are
a man thing. Yeah.
yes, those who feel hesitation because of lack of practice only. So practice makes
Yeah,
a
and the
man
second
perfect.
thing, yeah,
Yes.
the second thing is now the social media has bombarding. There are so many content are available. People always in dilemma which content I choose. There are so many content. Some says please do this thing. Someone says please do this thing. So people are always in dilemma. They don't choose the perfect content for them. So please first you have to try in yourself and which method for your work, so choose this topic. Don't
Mm.
think about they are learning for the reading from reading, so I can also learn all the things for reading. It is not necessary happen. You also learn from listening, you learn from speaking. So choose one technique and try to 1 week. If it is work for you, maintain consistency, otherwise choose another topic. So in this way,
Yes.
you have to experiment for yourself and
Yes.
then choose any topic.
Yes. Today there is a plethora of content on YouTube and social media. But people
Yeah,
they do, they listen, they watch content and they don't take pause and again
yeah,
start to watch another video. I
yeah,
think they if they are watching or listening any content in English, after watching that video they should pause and try to reflect, try to speak out loud, but they were talking in English. So in this way they can also produce whether there is no someone in front of them, they can talk with them, whatever they have listened, whatever they have observed, or whatever they have, gained knowledge through that content.
mm,
They should try to reflect, they should try to, produce, they should try to create. In this way, they can also work on their language. So people, what they do, they always consume content, they don't pause and start next video. They only
exactly,
try to
exactly.
consume, how they can improve English, and ultimately they end up with consuming only, not producing. Yes,
Yeah, definitely. First, we have also believe in repetition. First, choose
right,
one video and repeat again and again until it becomes your part of memory. What happens
right.
every day? I choose that type of things. Choose one video and I try to repeat and repeat. Because what happens if you choose in a day 10 video, but end of the day you are not able to remember say any single vocabulary. But you choose one video, the end of the day at least you have in your mind 3 or 4 vocabulary, some sentence structure. So and you also clear your pronunciation. So please believe in repetition and try to repeat whatever you learn.
Yes, repetition is practice. So you really
Yeah,
hit the nail on the head. When I started my journey, I also try to watch one video for 1 week, at least 10 times per day. So in this way,
yeah,
I, become confident. In this way, I get vocab. In this way, I get some sentence structure because of the repetition, because of the practice. People, what
yeah,
they do, they always, watch video and try to watch another video. So in this way,
yeah,
it's not gonna be help them. So try to
yeah,
repeat the same video again and again if you are at beginner level. But yes, if you are at intermediate level, you can listen one time a video and try to reflect,
yeah,
try to think about whatever they have used vocabulary, try to use those vocab sentence structure in your way of conversation, and try to in this way you can learn. But at beginner level you have to repeat one video at least for 10 times, as you already
yeah.
said that. Yes, in this way
Yeah,
they will get benefit.
yeah, of course. I vividly remember some like one Rajni ma'am's video. I listen, repeat like 40 time, 40 time.
Mm.
Continue because there are so many. I learn 30 plus words from one video. It's
Right.
advanced level word. So if you repeat, so it is not like I can say, yeah, of course, sometimes we feel bored, but
Mm.
it is not another option. We have to repeat again and again because good things always take time. So we have to patience and if you are like repetition, believe in repetition, so definitely it works for you.
Yes, definitely. So, Vikita, how can someone improve their pronunciation English, according to you?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to nowadays. I also working into because I have a gray area in my some pronunciation MTI issue. So I do shadowing practice every day. I
Mm.
also do pencil technique. I put my
Okay.
pencil on my mouth and try to speak. And
Mm.
I also do some tongue twister. So in this way, nowadays I try to mitigate my some gray area.
Yes, that's such a wonderful technique. Shadowing practice, you can try to listen and try to repeat those words. In
Yeah,
this way, you can
definitely.
also reduce your MTI issue. And as you said
Yeah,
that you
and
can, use this technique to put a pencil in your mouth and try to
uh,
read out loud or
speak.
try to speak out loud, whatever the word
Yeah,
you want to pronounce in a better way. So yes, you have to
yeah,
repeat that word again and again, and after some time you will get good pronunciation. Yes, I totally
yeah.
agree with you there.
Indefinitely, what should
Mm.
I do? I also start. I choose one story and
Mm.
some tongue twister, but I repeat one week. Every Sunday I change.
Mm.
Sunday to Sunday, I repeat those things. Every day I do 7 practice, one story. I choose one story and repeat again and again 7 day for 7 day. And
Mm.
after 8 day, I change it. So
Okay.
it works a lot. So
Yes.
please, repetition helps in every place, every
Yes,
part. I can
repetition
say.
really important. People
Yeah,
don't imagine how much repetition help them. They should
yeah,
repeat the
yeah. Of
same
course, it's
content again
boring
and
task.
again.
I sometimes I also feel
Yes,
bored, but I don't skip it. I don't
people those
procrastinate because there is no
Vikita,
another option.
people those who are successful, they had to gone through the boring part, because you can't get success without boring part. So yes, repetition is boring. Whether you are feeling bored, whether you are feeling good or not, you have to repeat if you want to
Yeah,
get good improvement in your personality, whether you are improving for professional level. So yes, you have to go through the repetition, you have to go through the mundane part, repetition part, boredom part. So in this way, you
yeah,
can become confident. You can get
yeah,
improvement. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So Vikita, do you think watching English movie and videos help in learning English, and how?
Yeah, definitely. Because whenever we listen, so it is called active listening also.
Mm.
So yeah, since whenever I started my journey, I believe that things. Yeah, whenever I don't get time, I also do passive listening also. Whatever I mean, I'm doing home chores. Yeah, I'm into kitchen. That time I also choose passive listening. But whenever I free, I also do active listening every day because it helps to whenever we listen anything, yeah, watching anything, we have to focus 100% that time. And how they apply their body language, their hand gesture, their eye contact, so in this way, and how they pronounce the word. There are so many vocabulary they can use, so we are miss apply all the things in our skill also. So it's work a lot, I can say. It is
Yes,
essential.
definitely, definitely. So Vikita, what daily habits can help someone learn English faster?
I say consistency.
Yes, consistency
Yeah,
really matter.
yeah,
If you want to
yeah. Without
become good at
consistency,
any
we
skill,
can't do.
consistency really matter.
Yeah,
Hmm.
consistency is very, I can say, vital. Consistency plays a vital role, and the practice. Yeah, of course, I don't say you have to practice 2 hours, 3 hours. At least you have to practice every day. You practice 30 minutes. It is okay, but maintain your consistency.
Yes,
And second one is self beliefs. If you have the self beliefs, if you don't need to motivate it from others. Whenever you have self belief, you always motivate it from yourself, and that helps to maintain your consistency. So believe in
yes,
please believe in yourself. And and then another things, if you have the clear goal and if you have the answer why are you do that things, so that helps a lot.
Mhm. So many people start their journey with this language, but after some time they break their consistency. Why it happened with them? They people, break their consistency. What can they do so that they can also maintain the consistency, according to you?
Yeah what yeah what happens, some people means they started their journey from the scratch as a beginner level, and they choose the content of higher level. It is sometime it also happen, they always try to learn advanced level vocabulary. They always listen like so advanced level podcast video, but and the advanced level sentence structure. So if you are beginner, start with the simple spelling, simple vocabulary, simple grammar sentence. Use like frame sentence. Whenever you are habitual to speak English, after then you step ahead. But first start with the simple, and first you have the clear goal. First,
Right.
why are you learning this language? So you have the answer of why, and then it is also helps a lot. And we have to patience with that. It was because Rome wasn't built in a day, so we have to patience with ourselves. At least we have to devote it 3 to 6 months. After that we are habitual to do all the things. So of course in initial it was hard not to crack for everyone, not only English, whatever you want to do. But initially it was very tough. But if you are maintain your consistency, every day you try to show up, so after it becomes your habit and it is becomes your habitual to do all the things.
Definitely, you really hit the nail on the head again that people are not very patient. People want, a result very immediately, and
Yeah.
they don't have clear goal in their mind why they started. Sometimes they just watch and listen some content and start their journey with motivation. And as we all know that motivation is a kind of emotion. After some time,
Yeah.
you will lose motivation. So I
Yeah.
think people don't have, patient and don't have a clear goal why they want to learn this language. So in this way, they break their consistency. If they start
Yeah.
with simple sentence, simple video, and try to repeat the same things again and again, like they can start with 10 minutes every single day. So over a period of
Yeah.
time, maybe after a week, they will get more motivated. They will get some confidence in them. So in this way, they can increase their time. What people they do, they start with practice maybe 1 hour, 2 hours in a day. And after some time, they lose that kind of motivation and they
Yeah.
stagnate. Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
totally resonate with you. Please start with small, and if you are taking small, 30 minutes, it is also okay. But what happens? Your small efforts one day, it would be a big achievement. So please maintain your consistency. Yeah, of course, being a homemaker, yeah, being another home, like there are so many worker women, yeah, worker men. So you, if I know it is very difficult to find the time, but at least if you have the 30 minutes, so it is also okay, but maintain your consistency.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Vikra, is reading book a good way to improve English? Why or why not?
Yeah, of course, reading plays a vital role, I can say. I also started, but honestly, I'm not maintain my consistency because I don't know what happens. I feel bored whenever I try to read. Yeah, of course, I'm good into like short story and articles, but came to book. So it was, I think, not my cup of tea, but at least I try to read some pages. So I think I will maintain my consistency and I will uh, engage myself in a future a little bit. So I will try every day. I try every day. Yeah, of course, it plays a vital role, I can say, because whenever you read, we mostly try to read out loud, so it
Right.
also helps habitual become habitual our mouth muscle, because since childhood we have the habitual to speak our native language, so it helps a lot to habitual to speak English. And the
Right.
second thing is we find so many vocabulary. uh, and the another things is there are so many center structure, and not
Mhm.
whenever we read book, so we don't get only knowledge of the learning English, but there are so many knowledge we can get how to live life. And I can say book change our already perfection, our
Yes,
life, how to
it can
live.
change the way
Yeah,
we think. They
yeah,
have the
definitely.
power. Books have power. They can change our
Book
mindset.
has the
So it's not
power.
only reading
Yeah.
books. Yes, if you are reading small story, if you are reading article, it also helps a lot when you read out
Mm,
loud because we are habitual to read in our mind. So when you start to read out loud, your pronunciation improve. You get knowledge. You can change your mindset, the way you think. So many things you can learn while reading books or while reading small story. So I'm a kind of
yeah.
person, not I'm a habitual of reading books, but yes, every single day I try to read small story articles. Whenever I read, I try to read out loud. So yes, reading something that help you to get vocab, that help you to improve your
Yeah, definitely.
pronunciation, your knowledge increase while reading. It is also a good way. You can apply. If you feel boredom, yes, you also need to like reflect inside like whether you are taking interest or not because many people are not into reading. They just start with active listening, active watching video. In this way they can also improve. So yes, I also most of the time what I do, I try to listen audiobook and try to
Mm-hmm.
listen actively. So I'm more
Mm-hmm.
into audiobook.
Okay,
Yes,
so which type of audio book do you like?
I like mostly self-help book.
Self-help book. I
Yes.
also started like atomic hobby through the book, but
Mhm.
I also completed 90 page. But let's what happened now.
Yes. So yes, I think you are more into listening, active listening. So it is also a good activity that you are doing. Mm.
Yeah,
So
of course. I feel
yes.
sometimes what happens, I feel I learn more through the listening compared to
Mm.
reading. So because since whenever I started journey, since that day I try to listen. So now
Mm.
I become habitual through the listening. So
Yes.
that's why it happens. I don't know
So Vikita, what is the role of listening in learning a new language?
what. Could you
What is
repeat?
the role? What is the role of listening in learning a new language?
Miss this language.
Any language, like right now we are working on English speaking. So what is the
Yeah.
role of listening?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
So what happens? We have to listen. First, we try to listen because since we our native language, we also learn this way. Since means whenever we child, but we are not able to speak. That time we are only listening from around. Surround there are so many people, our parents, our colleagues, our brother, sister. From we try to listen. So
Mm.
first try to listen, and then we have to understand,
Mm.
and then the comes part to speaking. So
Mm.
we start with the for listening.
Great, definitely. So my last question to you, Vikita, that what kind of piece of advice that you have ever get from your family member or from someone that help you in your journey of life?
Yeah, yeah, of course. They always motivated me and they always praise me because it is not easy. You can also understand managing home chores and doing all the things, but still we are try to show up every day because it is our dream. Because yeah, doing a home chore it is our duty. But beyond this, we have some dream. So everyone. So it is very I can say big thing. Doing all the things and then we have to live our dream. So everyone supports and everyone blessing always help me to
Mhm.
move ahead.
That's really great. So Vikita, do you have
Yeah.
any question? Otherwise, we can wrap up the session because time is going to end. So if you
Yeah.
have any, you can also ask.
Yeah. I want have one question I have. If someone beginner and they start their journey from the scratch and they don't have money or time to spend yeah, any hire any tutor, so it is possible to learn this language at home, stay home.
Yes, it is possible because we have come across many videos. People are learning this language without any coaching, without any, mentor in their life. So you can start speaking wherever you are, whatever the vocabulary you have. So just try to speak out loud. If there is no one, you can speak with yourself. Whatever you are learning, try to repeat that again and again. You can start with shadowing practice, because shadowing practice is really a very good technique. If a beginner can start with shadowing practice, they have to start with very simple content that is very understandable to them. So in this way they can learn this language. But yes, with time they also have to level up uh, their listening, their learning part. So everyone can learn without coaching, without mentor, because I am the person that I have learned this language without any coaching, without any partner. So I think when you start with shadowing practice, it is such a beautiful activity. Without mentor, you
Yeah,
can start, you can speak out loud, you can copying them, you can learn pronunciation, rhythm, intonation, enunciation in one technique. So yes, speak out loud, practice, practice, and practice. Without speaking, you cannot become a good speaker. So they should